Incoming audio transmission. Something's happening, Tenno.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the WARFRAME Digest, episode 35. Today we'll be going over Devstream 3553. Oh wow, look at that. And its relevant topics. There was a lot of things that went over in this stream. I'm fumbling my own words like I usually do, because I'm just excited. I'm excited. And I'm actually going to skip this. This is something that's going to be in the middle, but I'm going to put it at the very beginning. They showed off a very interesting model. A model that has been kind of like thrown into the ether for the last year and a half, and we're finally seeing progress on it. We're actually seeing concept on it, and it is the following. Boom! As you can see, there is the Lotus concept art we saw a couple months, yeah, a year and a half back. Fumbling on my own words, see? And then we have, boom! Look at that! The 3D model of the exact same concept. Now, why is there a 3D model? Where we have the 3D model in the transmissions already when we're in mission, then what else is there for this character? What is there for Lotus? Well, there's this. Boom! Oh my god, what is going on? Oh, what is this hive mind controlling cyber... I don't even know. Currently, there is no idea what's going to happen with this. I remember them teasing it once, or saying it once way back. The Lotus will be involved in the relays at some way, in some form. So I'm thinking this might be it. Whether or not this is still the idea presently is unbeknownst, and it has no sort of foundation. But the Lotus! She's a thing! She's a thing! I'm sorry, that just got me excited. It's very interesting. We're actually getting some progress and some development from this character, and I can't wait to see more from her. So let's go on with all the other things. As you can probably tell from just that first 2 minutes of I'm full of energy today. Don't get me started. The rest of this will be very interesting. Let's start off with the solar system. They said that it's still on the tables. There's no foundation for it. There's nothing concrete. All they're finding is they need to find a way to make everything accessible 100%. Mods have to be at everyone's disposal 100% of the time, and so do items and so on and so forth. So there's a big problem. They're still finding ways to change it. They don't know when they're going to roll it out, if they're going to roll it out at this point, and how. But the star map is still a very hot button discussion for DE, and I'm saying any changes is a good change. So let's move on. What's another interesting thing? The Kubro. No? That's not the dog. What is that? That's a cat! The Cat Bro. That's Cat Brew. That's what we're naming it for now. No official name on this animal, this creature. But it is the next of the companion series. This will be the feline version of our companions, like the Kubros are the canine. This will be the feline. And it comes in multiple variants. See? As you can see, these are different variances. This is the Tenno version, followed by the feral version, and then we have the Grenier version that looks Egyptian, or just hairless. That's kind of creepy. And they are talking about this being a cat reptile type of creature, and it will be refined by the Tenno as, boom, you can see on this one right here, and it looks very unique, and no idea what mechanics it's going to have. It's not going to overlap with the Kubros. It's going to have its own things, its own features, its own abilities, and things like that. And they did say that body and head variances will be a thing, so you can have different sorts of heads, unlike the Kubros that all kind of look the same. So that's very unique, and that's very interesting. Another creature to be thrown at the Tenno's disposal. I'm talking about disposal. There's going to be a Grenier version, so that means there's a Grenier handler for these things, and boom, we have this. And it's been an inside joke, and I think they're kind of serious about the inside joke in a way, but this is the crazy cat lady for the Greniers, so yeah, she kind of looks a little crazy, and like a cat lady, so that's about it. And since we're talking about our companions, our companion pets, let's talk about Kubros. As you can see right here, the Kubros have armor that's currently in concept stages. Minky's doing this, he's like, I'll make it 50% cooler. So this is just a rough idea, and kind of the idea is that they will match a Warframe theme. So you can have that Warframe and the Kubro kind of matching side by side, and it's going to look pretty interesting. And since we're talking about matchings and things like that, let's show off this skin. It's another cat, a cat we all know, and it is Valkyr. Apparently Valkyr is going to get her own unique skin style, much like Proto Excalibur and Nemesis Nyx, and this will be the original Valkyr before the Corpus experiments that were laid upon her. So I'm very giddy. This is very interesting, and this throws out the whole entire mint condition Valkyr being the Valkyr Prime that most of my friends have been having back and forth. So who's to say? And since we're talking about Prime things, this has really nothing to do with Primes. Parkour 2. Last time I had touched a little on Parkour and how they were showing it. I said that it felt a little underwhelming, and it seems that DE kind of felt the same general idea. At least Steve did, and then went and bashed and made Jeff kind of make it a little bit more interesting. So as you can see, Parkour 2 has a couple more flashy mechanics. There's the wall running that is still going to be there, but they're going to speed it up for more of the wall flinging nature that's currently in the game, where you touch a wall and then just propel yourself. They're going to allow it that you can touch a wall, propel yourself, touch another wall, propel yourself, and gain speed up to maximum velocity. So that is very interesting, and that is something I can't wait for it to be in the game, in all honesty. And then they talked about the scaling vertically, how you can scale vertically and then lean to the left or lean to the right, wavy, and it didn't feel necessarily 2.0, it felt like 1.25, a quarter way progression. So they're changing it where you can scale vertically and you can jump straight back or left or right. So you have a freedom of choice instead of just a solid backflip. So that is very interesting, and that seems a lot more deserving of the 2.0 aspect. As well as the whole entire idea of what happens if there's no walls to multiply bounce off of. They will play with the idea of single wall butt scooching. That's what I'm calling it. You can just scooch off a single wall and gain velocity and speed, just hop off of it and go full momentum. And the one thing that really threw everyone off, and something that I see myself using a lot, is normally I jump into enemies with a slide kick to knock them over. Apparently they're thinking about expanding onto this with this weird and interesting mechanic. I'm not sure if they're correlated or anything, but I'm going to use it. Where you can just jump onto an enemy and propel yourself forward or straight up or backwards. So you can actually jump onto enemy's head or shoulders or whatever, and then use them as a foundation for you to speed up or just knock back or just go straight up. So that is a very interesting mechanic I'm seeing, and I'm so excited to see that in the game at some point in the future. Talking about some point in the future, they also talked about weapon augments. Here's a current spreadsheet that they showed off with some rough ideas for potential weapon augments, and some of these might make it in, some of these might not, some of them might make it in with a different nature and all that, so that is very interesting one way or another. They talked about removing stamina from the game entirely, that is currently in a concept stage in the dev build, to see if it will make a positive impact instead of a harmful impact, or they decide to just rework it for a better bonus. So that's in the discussion tables right now. And last but not least, I have just a few things to show you. Currently, they are working with Excalibur's rework and they're playtesting it. The playtesting of Excalibur seems to be very beautiful, it's very in-depth. I'm liking the new slash dash, I like the new ability for Radio Blind to be used on the go, it's a lot more fluid, it's a lot more interesting. And then we have the ultimate, the new finisher, and this is, oh my god, that is amazing. Look at those energy beams, look at those just slashes of pure energy, and you can be combined with slash dash and it just becomes pure chaotic fun. So what is this ability kind of doing? It is removing super jump, and they're moving Radio Javelin down a slot into super jump's position, and this is going to be the new ultimate. Super jump is gone for a lot of people, and a lot of people still like the verticality that super jump gave for mobility, so it is going to be tied in with slash dash and super jumps. So slash dash can be used diagonally to gain verticality and a lot of mobility for it, as set by this example. Let me play a little clip of it.
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh!
What are you showing?
Oh.
Control L. Control L.
Oh my god.
Control L.
Oh my god.
That was an accident, but
Control
Over there. Stop. Censor this.
Control L.
So mobility is.
So that's a combination of super jump and slash dash together.
Oh, that was not ready to be shown yet.
So this is my test room where I test all the things that I get to work on. So, surprise.
All right.
All right, I accept this.
All right.
As you can see from that little clip, yes, it's super jump slash dash combo and an accidental arc wing. Yes, accidental shark wing was shown off. So that's a thing. That was hysterical. That was fantastic. And it was completely accidental, as you can see from everyone's expressions. Like, they lost it. They lost it, yo. So let's end that off with a positive note. Currently, I have the Excalibur and the Rhino statue, and there's going to be a third statue. The third statue will be that of the Mag statue. No, I wasn't showing off that I have them, I just looked at them and I said I did. And that might be a statue I might get, just for the sake of getting them, I don't know. Maybe you can get them too. These are collector's items, they're very pretty, they're very beautiful, and ooh, so shiny. So, that's about it. They did talk about a couple smaller changes, a new alternative helm for Excalibur, as you can see here, a new cosmetic energy sword for his ultimate shown here, and then Tao Rager's weapon, the Power Fist or whatever, the giant mechanical hand, shown in Arcwing, shown here, small short-term improvements for trading coming in the near future, shown here, and a cosmetic overhaul or a cosmetic change for the dual weapon series with the long sword, short sword combos for the dual swords or the dual heat daggers or dual heat swords or the dual ethers. They will be combining them at the hilt, at the pommel, which will make a very interesting, beautiful weapon design. So that's about it for Devstream 53 and Digest 35. Hope to see you guys in-game in the future and at another one of these things soon to come. So, take it easy, have fun, and see you in-game.